Yep. Yeah, and this 28-day challenge, it's been a blast to watch students Instagram their devos. It's been so fun to see students on the roof, off bridges, off in their living rooms at Cafe D. The hardest part was actually doing them in the morning and not waiting till the afternoon or the night, because if it got late in the day, I just wouldn't do them. So for me, doing it first thing in the morning was the most important part.
And I took the challenge, and really it's changed my life when I was reading John 17, and Jesus was praying this huge long prayer about his disciples, but then he was reading about us, like all believers, and how we would all Christians would be unified as one with God. And that was when the Bible really changed from a textbook into love letters. Like he was really like praying to me and you and you, and this is really weird. And that's when God really brought the Bible to life. And it's really
favorite part was spending time with people, doing devos with them, like going hiking or going to Cafe D. I really like the Cafe D devos. It's a lot of fun fellowshipping with people while doing devos.
For me, in the beginning, it was pretty hard to like keep up on it, but like maybe the fourth day, that's when I started like craving it more, and that's when I started feeling like when I would miss a day, it would feel like I would like hadn't talked to my best friend for a day, and it seemed to. It's hard to explain. It seemed to become more of a habit to me. Like I would wake up and I'd be like, oh, okay, maybe Elise and I can go hiking today, and then we can do it then. Like, what part of the day am I gonna be able to do it? And it kind of changed my perspective on devos, because before it would be like we do them at church like Wednesday nights and stuff, and it would become more of like a routine than something that I actually wanted to do. And so by maybe the fourth day, that's when I said I started craving it and stuff. And then by the maybe sixth or later on, like the second week maybe, that's when I could feel God speaking to me like daily, and it gave me someone to. It turned into more of like God was my best friend than God was God.
Well, the 28-day challenge at first, it was kind of tough, to be honest. I would do devos maybe once or twice a week at most. And doing it for 28 days straight, I thought it was a really good opportunity, to be honest. I thought it was going to be hard at first, but after the first few days, it just ended up being really good. It was amazing to either start out my day with God and be able to just have a better outlook on the day, or end my day, if it was bad or good, whether it was either way, it would still be really good to just end the day with him and end the day with.
So when I started the 28-day challenge, I didn't really know what it was about or anything, and Meg had come home from church that night, and she told me that we had this challenge going on where there was like pictures going on Instagram, and it was just kind of like a fun thing to see if we could stick with devotions for a while. And so I was kind of like, okay, sure, sounds good. Like, if Meg's doing it, I'll do it, because I know if I didn't do it, she'd probably force me to do it anyways. And woke up the next morning and kind of like read the first thing, was kind of like not like half-heartedly doing it, almost just kind of doing it because I knew everyone else was doing it, so I should probably do it. And then after doing that for a few days, I started getting things from the passages, and then I started wanting to read it, and then it ended up like about like the fourth or fifth day-ish that I was actually like starting to think that I was hearing God's voice, and like, but I wasn't really sure, because I'm like, oh, maybe I'm just crazy, like maybe like God can't really actually talk to me. And I I think throughout reading it, like I'm starting to like notice like between my voice and what's God's voice, like what my thoughts are and what God's thoughts are for me. And it was really cool to see how I could actually have a relationship with God. Like how like people would talk about how there's like a relationship, like you could have a relationship with a person, like or like your dad or someone like that. But like God, like you don't see him. But this really showed me how I can actually like, every day wake up and like sit down and just talk with him and like talk about my life, talk about what my problems are, and like he's the one person that will actually listen to you, but no one else will. Like if you want to sit there and whine about something going on, he'll be like, listen, and then he'll just kind of laugh at you and be like, why are you, this is like what I'm doing with this, I have a plan for you, and like this is where you're going, and just calm down, I got it, like I'll take care of this. And it's just like really taught me a lot of trust.
It brought a lot of like insight to things that I didn't know, because I hadn't read my Bible very much before, and this was more of a challenge that like brought me towards like, okay, this is something I should really do a lot more. And then I started reading it, and it became something that I wanted to do. It was something that I would pray about, like I want to read the Bible more and I want to pray more.